at all costs. Even when you know you flopped, but with the next question, get back in the game, you know? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You are watching Tigel the Red Tech. Okay, I just want to send a shout out to everyone who's been sharing my content, everyone who's been recommending my videos, sharing and everything, you know. Okay, let me take these off because they're reflecting the so I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, sharing. Okay, so today what I'll be doing is giving you tips on interviews during job hunting. So what people don't tell you after ComServe, I feel like I was not kidding. I did not emphasize the fact that there is a greater chance of unemployment after community service. People are really struggling with their job hunting. It's not easy to get a job after community service, unlike back then where people would go from being unemployed to employed while they're doing their community service. Yes, there are people who get the opportunity to find a job while they're still doing their community service, and kudos to them. Well done. Whatever you're using, guys, rescuing in, please. Okay, so today I just want to give tips on what to do and what not to do when you go for your interviews. Okay, so tip number 1. It's a cliche, but your dress code matters. How you present yourself at an interview plays a major role in you getting that post. You get what I'm saying? So I won't show up too casual, but I also won't show up kidding. Well, is there anything as too formal? I think you can show up too formal, but make sure that even when you are formal, you are still, what can I say? You're still comfortable, you know? What matters about your dress code is that it makes you confident and comfortable at the same time. You know, whatever dress or skirt you choose to go to an interview with, even the shoes. Even the shoes matter, you know? And okay, this one comes from me. It's my personal opinion. I didn't hate from anyone. So it would be to not wear something light or bright, like a white shirt or white pants. The thing is, you can easily stain yourself, and you don't want to go in an interview with stained pants or shirts. Even when you wipe, there'll still be stains on your white pants. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the fact that you might be nervous that morning or afternoon means that you can easily stain your clothes. You might panic or anything, but yeah, it's nothing. I don't think people have been looking into that much because I don't think anyone has experienced, or many people have experienced that, so to say. So yeah, your dress code. So if you're in the health field, sorry. If you're in the health field, I think a scrub top and can I say jeans? I feel like jeans are too casual. But yeah, you can go to an interview with your scrub top and jeans on. Why? Because your scrubs will not reveal anything. You know, especially women, white cleavage plays a major role in you getting what am I saying? It plays a major role. Sorry guys, I was distracted. Not cleavage, guys. So I don't know what I'm talking about. What I meant to say was it's easy for your cleavage to be out there, you know, so you want to be presentable and, what can I say, professional. You want to look professional, and having your cleavage out there is not something that I would see as professional, you know. So yeah, find something that covers enough. Yeah, you don't want to be too revealing for your interview. And then moving from the dress code, I feel like this topic is old now. I would say your mannerisms. Yeah. So when you get there and you see that there's a chair for an interviewee, which is yourself in that context, you don't just grab a seat and sit down. You wait for your interviewers to invite you to sit. You know, you don't just because it's obvious Hore, you are the only one standing. No, you don't assume anything in this life, you know. So yeah, your manners, you greet everyone politely, and yeah. Okay, because I'm talking about manners, I'm gonna talk about the last part of the interview, but I think I'll mention it after like I wrap everything up. You must thank them for giving you an opportunity for this interview, and you must also thank them for giving you an opportunity to ask them questions, because that usually happens, you know. Yeah, you must have manners, you must show them, you know. Don't assume how people can see how you're a good person, you've got nice manners, you know. Yeah. All right, we are done with manners. We're gonna move to interview questions. And first up is the most famous question. Tell us about yourself. All right. So when this question comes up, do not think anything about your favorite color, your favorite dish. No, they don't want to know that. I mean, to them, you're someone that's supposed to be working right now, but they just want to know if you're the right person for the work. So they don't want to know if pink is your favorite color. I mean, for example, in the radiology department, have you ever seen a color there? Is it necessary that you mention your favorite colors? No. What matters is your education. What have you achieved so far, you know? So it's important that you mention your education, and you can mention your high school, but it's not necessary. Maybe if it's famous, yeah, it might get you good points. But I mentioned my high school because I knew that it was gonna help me move on to where I furthered my studies and what I did there, you know. Yeah, so first thing you mention when that question is asked, you tell them your name, surname, you tell them where you're from. Okay, maybe that's also not necessary, but it'll help you move on to important stuff for them to know. Okay, so yeah, you can tell them your age, where you went for your high school, where you furthered your studies, and in your studies, what kind of modules were there, and how did they help you become the good candidate for this position, you know. And you can also mention that if you did your practicals or internships, you can mention where you did them. Was it a private sector or public sector? You know, it's important that you mention those things along the way while you tell them about yourself in an interview. That's what they want to know, you know. Tell them where you did your community service, what kind of machines you used there, what experience you acquired from there, what training you got while you're there, you know. That's what they want to know when they ask you, tell us about yourself, you know. Not your favorite Netflix series, you know. No. Okay, you can mention your hobbies like chess, because that game helps you think better, you know. You can mention that, but it's really not necessary. Just mention your education, where you did your practicals or where you worked previously, what you did there, and how all that experience and education helped you become the best professional that you are for that job, you know? Yeah, enough about tell me about yourself. So now we're gonna move to, I don't have any other, okay, weaknesses. This one is also famous and it's a trick question. They won't say it, but I'm telling you it's a trick question, okay? Don't be going there and tell them how short-tempered you are, how impatient you are, slow you are, you know, to take instructions from people. How okay, so today is part 2 but not really part 2 because it's still in the same video. It's just another day. I'm continuing my interview tips. Yeah, so I ended up on the part where I was telling you about the weaknesses. What your weaknesses? What you shouldn't say when you asked about your weaknesses. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. So you'd rather say you always put your patients first. It doesn't matter whether you are 5 minutes to knocking off. If the patient asks you something that might even last you for 30 minutes or whatever, you'd still stay and yeah, put in the extra work for the patient. Go an extra mile for your patient because you always want to put them first, you know? And yeah, you can also say that you're too empathic for what might happen in their treatment. You want to know how their treatment has been going since they've been diagnosed with the disease, because that's how you are, you know? You struggle to let go of your patients and whatever, but yeah, just say that you want to put your patient or clients first, you know, whether you are compromised or not, and give an example of what that is, you know? Yeah. And please give the example right away, because they might not ask you to give the example if you don't give it yourself. Like, they might ask you your weaknesses, and then there might not be follow-up questions on your weaknesses. So give them all examples and, you know, everything. So moving away from weaknesses, I think I was supposed to tell you that this was supposed to be the number one thing, but confidence. You have to be confident no matter how shy you are, how humble you are, but on your interview you have to be confident. You must know you must show no sign of PT or whatever. It doesn't, to them, they just want to know if we are confident and competent enough for the position that they advertised, you know. Prove them right that yes, you chose the right person, and here's why I'm saying you choose the right person, you know. Give them reasons to call you back for the second interview or for work, you know. Yeah, you must be good to a point that they ask you if you have your uniform with you in your bag, if you can start right away. Don't get I know job hunting is the most stressful thing in the in one's career. Job hunting is the worst. You have to keep proving yourself, and sometimes you'll be rejected, sometimes they'll give you hope, meanwhile they know they're not gonna call you back, you know. It's really stressful, but it's really important that during your interview you do not think of all the negatives. You don't think about how long you have not had this job, how you're going to provide that night. You just think positivity only. Think of what you need to tell these people so that they can hire you. Do not think of anything negative. Please be confident and don't show any sign of pitifulness or regret when they ask you a question and you're not sure about your answer. Be confident at all costs. Even when you know you flopped, but with the next question, get back in the game, you know. There's no time to waste during your interview. Remember that. Do it like it's your first and last time you're doing this. Your life depends on it, you know. Yeah. And moving forward, What can I add? Okay, oh yeah, Batubili principles or your ethics in general. You should know that, especially for your government interviews. If you know you're going to work for the public sector, they need to know that you are very much aware of your ethics and you know what they mean. Like, don't just cram them. Um, Karen, you must know what they mean, man. Like, you should be able to give examples of what each principle means you should do, what is expected of you, because sometimes they might give you a scenario, and you'd be like, but nobody has told me about this. Do these people hate me? No, they just want to make sure that whatever you're telling them, you really know, yeah. And yeah, sometimes maybe in private they might just ask you about ethics in general. They'll ask you to just know, okay, they will ask you just so they're sure that you are aware of your ethics and you know how to practice them. You get what I'm saying? You don't. Okay, let's move forward. I think you will get me along the line. All right, so yeah, man. And another thing, you should prepare for scenario questions in the workplace. You know, like, know your stuff. You must be able to show your interviewer that you understand your field, you understand your working environment, like what comes first. I think that's the whole purpose of scenario questions. And yeah, sometimes they might ask you different views for a patient that comes in and they're complaining about this and that. Yeah, the doctor would have written that on the form, but you are the radiographer, you know which views show a different condition better. So I think that's what your interviewers will want to know from you. Prepare for scenario questions, especially for private interviews. I don't know about public ones. Funny enough, I haven't attended government interviews. I don't know if I can't fill in the Z823 form well, or government high chase. But yeah, I haven't been on any of their interviews, and I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah. Anyways, in all this job hunting and taking interview tips from different people, you must also know yourself, Know yourself and be yourself. Try by all means to be authentic, because if you are just doing what Tejo from YouTube told you what to do, it's going to be written all over your face. You must mean the things that you say and you must have backup for them, Don't just say something because you heard it from YouTube or you read about it on an article, You must know why you say some stuff. So, yeah. Oh, okay. There was this question. I don't know if, yeah, I think it can be used in any interview. So, the outstanding question for me in one of the interviews I've gone to, it was, what process do you use on a daily basis in your working environment, but you still struggle to get it the first time? Or you still struggle to get the desired result first time, like you're gonna struggle a bit no matter what you do. Like, that process is a bit difficult. I think it's the same as, what are your weaknesses? Yeah, what are your weaknesses, or what is a weakness in the workplace? I think it's almost the same question. So you should be prepared, man. You should read scenario questions online. I'm sure every field, or there are other YouTube videos for each field about scenario questions, trick questions, just research enough. So yeah, fortunately for me, I think I did answer it correctly. Just mention a process that you know will not put your patient's or client's life at risk. If it's in outside the hospital. Obviously you can't put their lives at risk, but make sure that your client doesn't lose money on this process that you mentioned to them. And like, don't mention the most important process and say that you struggle with it. No, mention something minor, man, like something that you can always get away with, or there's only a small thing you can do to fix it. And tell them that you know how to fix it, you know how to maneuver around the mistake that you do. So what I told them was that I struggle with a certain position. I felt like I was selling myself out, but at least I was being honest. I was being honest and I was cutting the moment. But I told them about this position, and I told them that no matter how much I try to position perfectly, I'd still struggle to get the position correct. Why? Because patients are built differently. We all have different anatomy. So even though I struggle with that, I still know what to do if an image comes up on the screen and I see that it is not exactly what I want. Like, I'll know whether to angle my tube or move my patient to the right or left, you know. Tell them that you know how to fix that mistake, okay? Yeah, just tell them that you're doing something about it. Yeah, even your weakness question, guys, tell them that you're doing something to cope with it or whatever. Like, don't just leave it hanging like that. Like, okay, it's a problem, it's here, but I'm like this, I can't change it. No, you must show them that you're willing to fix it if it's going to compromise your colleagues, you know. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I've left out. But I know that you guys are professionals, and if you'd like to add something, please type on the comment section below. Could be a tip or a trick question or just a general question that I did not mention and you know people are getting it really wrong, you know. Yeah, just help us become better professionals, help us get these jobs, help us secure the bag, you know. And to everyone job hunting, and you know, everyone who is currently job hunting and they've been looking for a job for a very long time, I mean, 1 month is enough to stress about job hunting, you know. Like, after 1 month you'll be like, okay, so this is real. I did not get any income this month. I don't want to feel like this next month, so let me, you know, let me put in more work. Sometimes you do try to put in more work and it still doesn't work out, and that's normal. It happens. People go for a very long time without jobs, and I hope that after watching this video, like, you get help on certain areas that you struggled with your interviews. I pray and I hope that this video really helps you guys. I really hope so. And if you have any question you think I can answer, even if you think I can answer, I'll research for you. Ask in the comment section below, please. And like, share this video. You know there are so many people looking for jobs. I try to make the questions more general so that they apply to everyone. Yeah, so yeah, man, I wish you all the best. That's what I was trying to say when I mentioned people who are job hunting or who have gone months or years without jobs. You know, I wish you all the best. And even if this video doesn't help you as much, I hope that you find something, you know, that changes the way you're job hunting. Thank you for watching until here. Thank you. Peace out. See you on my next video. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a vlog or another sit down, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it anyway. Toodles, guys.